No more monkey butt. We've had quite the week, haven't we, Rod? Yeah. This has been great. This is all about Luke chapter 9. Luke chapter 9, Jesus says, why y'all embarrassed about your faith? You got something to be bold about, something to be excited about. That song was about dead people coming to life. And if you believe that, why wouldn't you want that for your friends and your family and your school? And especially the people that creep you out. You know who they are, Rod, don't you? The weirdos, the misfits, the losers. Those are the ones that Jesus loves even more. Because Jesus came to make outsiders insiders. And anybody who thinks on their inside is really on the outs with Jesus. It's time to level up in how you think. In Romans 12, chapter 12, verse 2, it says, don't conform yourself. Don't try to squeeze yourself into this little jar of what the world says is normal, but instead be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Level up. Don't settle for cruise control Christianity, but instead live this out, because Jesus said in Luke 9, listen, if you're embarrassed about me now, then later when I return, when I come back, Jesus said, I'll be embarrassed in front of the Father to say that you're my follower. He says, live it out, level up, reject the status quo. You weren't called to fit in. You were called to stand out. And so tonight, our last night here, before we go to Dow Diamond tomorrow, and then we're back Sunday outside, I thought it might be cool to have a little open mic time, which makes me nervous, y'all. That makes me nervous because it's possible, you know, we have this mic, and it may just sit here empty, and that would just be sad. That would say that we're all too embarrassed. We're all too much wanting to be the turtle going back into the shell instead of displaying the beauty of what God is doing in your life. So there's this microphone, there's this stool, and it's an open mic, which means if you have something, if you want to share something that God is doing in your life now, or maybe something that stood out to you these last couple nights together, this is your opportunity to come up here and share. In old school church, they'd call it testify. That's right. To share what God is teaching you, or what God is doing in you, or a new way of seeing things now, because you are leveling up at best week ever. And if none of y'all come up here, then I got to preach more about embarrassment. Sound good? All right, so here you go. There's a mic, there's an empty stool. If you want to come up, you come on up.
I'm going to start. Ow. It's not my day, guys. Talk about embarrassment, right? Okay, it is really bright up here. I don't have my sunglasses. Okay. So I just wanted to come up here kind of to talk to the ladies. So, I mean, you can listen too. Sorry for trying to embarrass you guys this week. The reason I did, I was bullied my entire middle school, high school career. I had no friends. And I kind of still stay away from friends. I mean, this is a pretty good group. Thanks for being my friend, everybody. But I did, I just wanted to let you guys know that I know it's hard. And I'm trying to break you guys out of your shell, because I get it. I grew up going to church, and, I followed God, and it's kind of embarrassing to talk about when you already don't fit in. So I just wanted to let you guys know that you're not alone, and if you ever bully, just give me a call, because I get it, okay? I'm here for you guys, always, okay? And you guys will make it, because look, I'm here. I'm here 25, and I survived, and you guys will too, okay? So I just, if there's nobody else that you guys have, please know that you have me, all right? All right.
open mic, 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 open mic. This is the open mic chant.
Okay, so one of the things that I've definitely seen this week is just being around all of you guys and seeing how much you all love the Lord and how much you all care that your friends are here, especially my group. Shout out for you all bringing friends this week, or most of you at least, because that's awesome to see. Well, any of you who brought friends, but especially my team. No, so it's just been amazing to see you guys really growing in your faith and wanting to be in an environment that's going to grow your faith. And you know, sometimes when we're at school and we start talking about God, people don't always receive that. So something I've seen recently in my life is one of my friends who I talked to about Christ, he just got baptized like a week ago. So whenever you guys talk about God, give it time, because all you can do is talk to people. You can't force them to come to Christ, but if you pray for them and talk to them, eventually they'll find their way. So, yeah.
Open mic, 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 open mic. Share it now, share it now, share it now, share it now. Share it now, share it now. Open mic, open mic, open mic. Let's hear someone. Come on down. Open mic, open mic, open mic, open mic.
I'm so cool. I'm not that cool. No, I'm not that cool. Riley, you're right. Hey, Riley, you're right. I'm not that cool. I used to be a bully. I used to be the bully because I used to get bullied. And so I used to bully people. I used to be a physical bully. I used to be an emotional bully. I used to be a social bully. I would exclude people. I would talk to people in the group, but not one person, because I didn't think they were cool enough. I used to be a person who looked down on other people because they were a different skin color, because I saw other people looking down on other people because they were a different skin color. It would be brown people, Asian people, because I saw the white people in my school not like them. And then I would be friends with the Asian people because they thought the white people weren't better than them. They were below them. And then I would I would like girls, and because I don't know what happened, I think I would take advantage of them. They have a crush on me, and I'd be like, oh, they got a crush on me, that's cool. But I'm gonna drag you along, and I'm not gonna do anything with it. And I used to do those things. That's not cool. When I was a kid, I had abuse in my life. When I was about 7 or 6, I had an older brother figure do something inappropriate in a wrong way. And when you let that abuse fester and you don't confess it to people, or you think that they might judge you for that, then you start using that internally, and then you abuse other people. And when that happened for 20 years of not understanding why or what I was doing to other people, I would break down internally. And then I realized all the things I was doing in my life was wrong because I didn't have Christ to guide me. So when I moved out here to Michigan, and I was drinking at bars, I was picking up random gals, I was looking at things on the internet I shouldn't be looking at. I said, what's going on in my life? Why am I depressed? Why am I not finding fulfillment in my job? What do I need to do? And then I came to Life Church, in Northwood University, and I met church people. And I went to church a little bit, kind of dabbled. I was like, okay, this is good enough. And then I stopped coming. And then it wasn't until a lot of things culminated, and then I had friendships break down, I had relationships fail me, I had work overload me, I had social pressure of trying to be this perfect person, and I said, I can't do it anymore. And then my grandma died, and I realized, I said, I'm not right with God. And I had to come back to what was most important and what secured me the most and what gave me life. Life that didn't want me to be depressed anymore. Life that said, okay, I have purpose. Life that said, okay, this is the right way, you know? And it's to give, it's to forgive. And when you have that in your heart from what all the things Jesus did and you live the way he did, you find fulfillment. You find that you can let go of anger, of depression, of curses, generational. You can let go of things that you don't need to carry. You can understand people's pain because you understand your own. And you can finally start healing yourself and help heal other people too, through Christ, by showing them how Jesus loved and how you're loved by Jesus. Because you need to understand that. Each and every one of you, doesn't matter how hard your life is, are loved by Christ. And the sooner you understand that, and the sooner you have faith in that, the more secure you have, because he's your rock at the bottom. When you hit rock bottom, he's the rock at the bottom. So there's a thing of, why is this happening to me? I'm the victim. It's true, we are the victim of things in this world, but never forget, we are also the antagonists. We're the villains too, because what we tend to do, we do to other people. Think about it, you have a bad day at school because you're getting bullied. It's the first thing you do. You either, parents come home, your parents are here and they're like, hey, how was school? And you just shut them off. You turn away. Your mom is okay, it was okay. Your mom and dad just want to talk to you. Or you treat them badly, or you treat your siblings badly. Or there's other things. You could, self-harm. You could hurt other people, hurt anything. But really, like John said, and like Jesus said, you have to learn to forgive and you have to transform that hate and that anger and all those things inside you. So that's how I came to Christ, because I knew I needed him to get over this pain. So, praise Jesus. Open mic, open mic, open mic. I'll say one more thing. I was in Midland, and I coach tennis. I have these teenagers. You okay there, TR? You good? Okay, Katie, you good? I coach these teenagers, and I listen to the open testimonies. And these kids from Midland, it's different. Midland, Saginaw Bay City, they're all different. Midland, when I first moved here, they call it Sparkle City, because everybody, they got rich, they got money, they got good schools. All these people go to Dow and stuff, but there's underlying problems with all of them. And one of the girls' testimony was her dad had this really nice job, really rich, and he's a workaholic, and he loved his kids, but he passed away. He died, random heart attack. And she started crying, talking about this, and how her dad was the biggest breadwinner, and she's like, we didn't know what to do, we had to move out, we had no money, and it strengthened my faith in God. And these kids kept coming forth testimony after testimony why they needed Jesus. And you see these kids, and I see them all the time because I coach them in tennis. They look perfect, happy on the outside, stuff like that. I've never seen kids cry so much and get rid of that pain and just give it to God, because they were able to just confess, just be truthsome. So even if it's not today, that's fine. The biggest thing you need to do is confess it with God. Have that conversation with him. Because you might not have the courage to talk to us, and that's fine, but this one is always listening. God's always listening. So even if you don't come up today and it just gets totally awkward, then John comes up and he's like, okay, preaching time, preach. That's all right, because again, he'll always listen. Yeah, that's it, Landon. What did you say, Landon? What was that? Oh. Now don't call out the people now. Okay, open mic, open mic, open mic.
I'm gonna call y'all out. I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna call you out. I'm gonna call you out because you guys, y'all funny. Y'all don't have nothing to say. Have anybody learned anything this week? Okay. And I do remember what it was like, even though it was a lot of years ago. The anxiety, the fear of getting up before people. But I watch how y'all interact with one another. It was different than I was when I was y'all age. Y'all hit each other, y'all play with each other, y'all talk to each other, but y'all afraid to get up here and just say, well, I learned this week that monkey butt is something you put between your legs to keep you from itching and sweating. You know, you afraid. But y'all will leave out of here and y'all go out and harass the heck out of each other. That blows my mind. See, when I was growing up, we were afraid to get up and talk before people, but we were afraid to actually even talk to one another. So that's why I'm a little confused. And then you guys are yelling from the crowd, putting people on blast, talking out loud, but you won't come up here and say one thing that you've learned. I'm confused. I thought I had it understood. I thought I understood it. But you guys actually have tripped my mind a little bit because it doesn't make sense. If you're afraid, you're afraid. But y'all aren't afraid. Y'all more concerned about what the person next to you may think if they thought you actually was paying attention this week. Who cares if you're smart? You may actually encourage that person next to you to want to be like you. That's a powerful thing. That's awesome. Instead of being encouraged to be silly or act silly, that's like a badge of honor now. I don't get it. I'm a little confused. But Arnell did something for me. I don't know if do you guys realize what he just did? He shared his testimony, he talked, yes. But what did he do? What did he talk about? His life. What about his life? Huh? And would you consider some of that stuff to be some private, scary stuff? The stuff I'm talking about what he talked about. Not liking people because of the color of their skin. That's like private, scary stuff. This day and age, we're more open to talk about it for whatever reason, but we're gonna go get into that. But which is fine. And he also talked about misusing girls, taking advantage of them, abusing people. Being abused by people. That's not stuff that is common for us to share with people that you don't trust or feel comfortable with or love. You guys haven't figured out yet that you're in a safe place? Arnell trusts you guys with something that he shared a gift with every last one of y'all. And it's hard for me to not cry with his testimony, cry tears of joy, because for him to be a young man and to conquer something that some people go their whole lives and never be able to acknowledge, never be able to conquer. He's one of the strongest men I've ever met in my life. Because strength isn't measured by arm wrestling. It's not measured by who can swim the fastest. It's not measured by who run the fastest. Strength really is measured by exactly what Arnell just shared with us. Having the power and the ability to overcome your shortcomings and your weakness and share them with other people in hopes that they would either break some of those cycles or overcome some of their weaknesses and realize that they're not on an island by themselves, falling short, making mistakes, being judgmental. He didn't share that so that if you are going through some of those things, you can keep it to yourself and stay the same. He shared it with you guys too. Well, not with you guys, with us, to encourage us. To know that because he is fighting it, because he has beat it, because he's overcome it, guess what? We can too. We can too. So, brother, I just want to thank you for being the man God has called you to be and just trusting us enough to share your shortcomings, your flaws, your addictions, because it takes a very strong, powerful person to be able to do that and know that you're in a safe place and you won't be teased for it. So I just want to, let's give Arnell some love, y'all, seriously. And what he shared, I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna shut up. Last night when we were talking about trauma just a little bit, everything he talked about, it started or began from some sort of trauma. And it sounded like it may have been things that happened in his childhood. And everything we come across and we deal with in life, it can have a negative, traumatic effect on us, or we can take that and spin it and make it a positive thing. And it all starts with finding a safe place and doing exactly what Arnell has learned to do. Share it, overcome it, fight it, meet it head on, get counseling, become a counselor, find a good group of friends, and continue to live life the best way that you can. So this week has just been awesome to me just to be able to be here with you guys. And I thank God for this opportunity. I love each and every one of you. And I hope that you guys have learned something this week. Even if you don't talk about it, that maybe could be something that'll change your life in a positive way. So love you guys and thank God for you.
So I didn't really know what to talk about until everybody started talking. And it kind of came to me that this really is a safe place where I can be myself with all my insecurities and everything and all my flaws. And I kind of had an example of what happens. Because with every word, your heart breaks in small pieces. But then you can find God. He can help you pick up the pieces, tape it together. It's never going to be perfect, but it's perfect in His image. And He's the only one that can actually fix it. Because you can turn to other things to help you cope, but it's still always going to be in the back of your head. Anyways, that's all I had to say.
When I was like 3, maybe 4, I was abused, and my mom, and then my grandma told me something about God and how I'll never be alone, and I had a little rough time during that moment. I asked her, how will this man help me? She said he'll always be with me, and I'll never be alone. And he'll always find a way to show you he's there.
Hurry up. No, I'm not going to preach. No, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. Are you up here crying? Yeah. No, I know you all have different stories, and that's it's incredible. It's beautiful to hear different stories. Nobody wants to hear the story of the girl or the guy who's won every game and has got it all figured out. That's a boring story. Every movie you watch, every TV show you watch is interesting when the main character is flawed and has hurdles that they have to jump through. That's what makes a story interesting. And so don't ever think that you're too damaged to share your story, because God brings beauty out of ashes. He really does. So this Sunday, we'll be gathering here again at 11:15, and this tank will be outside with 400 gallons of water, and some of y'all are going to go public with your stories, like Logan, who was just up here. He's going to be getting baptized this Sunday. Yeah. And that could be you too. It's your choice. So in a few moments, we're going to break up into tribes just for 10 minutes or so. And if you have questions about baptism or about going public with your journey, this is your safe time to bring that up with your tribe leader if you're thinking of baptism. Tomorrow, just one reminder, we are not meeting here. You'll want to come to Dow Diamond in Midland. You'll pull up into the parking lot, and you'll see one of the 707 adult leaders waving their arm frantically at the gate, and you'll just zoom over to them at 5. It doesn't cost you anything. It's free. We're taking care of it. And then before the game, we're going to be setting up a table and handing out stuff about Life Church, just telling people about our church. And that's, some of you were asking, how can I tell people about Jesus? That's how you can do it. We're going to wear 707 shirts tomorrow, and you hand out these free bags, and you get to talk to people, and then we get to enjoy the game. And then your ride picks you up at 10. It'll be fun. Friday night, we're not here, and then Sunday, we're back for baptisms. Do you have a question, buddy? Nope, you're good? Okay, awesome. 5 o'clock, 5 to 10 tomorrow. Yep. So we're going to break up into tribes for 10 minutes. And this is your opportunity, again, to talk about Sunday and to talk about tonight. And then at 8:15, we're going to meet outside. We're going to get messy. Our night wraps up outside. So if you're wearing nice clothes, good luck. 8:15 outside, and then we're going to be playing until 9 o'clock. And rides come at 9. So make sure if you need to text your ride, 9 o'clock.
I have 3 extra white shirts if anyone needs them.
Very good. Yes, if you don't want to mess up your shirt, go see Miss Kirsten, the birthday girl.